back crying all alone in the bathroom. I just wanna be by your side all the time, standing tall, your hand in mine. I don't wanna know where I might be without you, 'cause you can lift me up, baby, when I'm falling apart. I'll keep all of your secrets. You can heal all my scars, and if I ever mention I loved you from the start, I got your best intentions, and you got my heart. 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 We got four white walls and a window with a city view, and there's no one else that I'd rather come home to. Up all night, flashing lights, counting cranes out in the sky. I don't wanna know where I might be without you, 'cause you can lift me up, baby, when I'm falling apart. I'll keep all of your secrets. You can heal all my scars, and if I ever mention I loved you from the start, I got your best intentions, and you got my heart. 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 You got my friends ain't crooked and I'm such a mess. Spill every drink on every dress, and you just smile, shake your head. Saw it coming 'cause you know me best. There's nowhere else I'd rather be than right here with you. Promise, please, you won't go anywhere without me. You got my heart. 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 We know thrills at 17, chasing every high, jumping off, no safety net. No, we be fire. I know when did we grow up and start to say no thrills for me. Just trying to keep my heart from racing all the time. No thrills for me. Just setting all this panic in my mind. I got filters in my head and locks on all my doors. Scared of losing what I have. I don't risk things anymore. When did I wake up and start to say no thrills for me? Just trying to keep my heart from racing all the time. No thrills for me. Just setting all this panic in my mind. No thrills. No thrills for me. No thrills for me. Just trying to keep my heart from racing all the time. Yesterday, all this panic in my mind. Promise, I swear I've been doing fine. No, I'm not alone and feeling like no thrills for me. Just trying to keep my heart from racing all the time. No thrills for me. Just Saturday, all this panic in my mind. In my mind, in my mind, in my mind, in my mind. Oh, oh, no thrills for me. No thrills for me. Take all your banners, they say paint them white and promise you will wave them when the sky is falling down. We mind our manners, not our heads, but if we're honest, all of life's are miles behind us on the ground. And I wouldn't have it any other way, any other way. If I don't know a thing about love, I know about us. No, I wouldn't have it any other way, any other way. If I don't know a thing about love, I know about us. If we're naive, at least we think we're sure of something. I'm not worried of late losing sleep at night. We drew our lines and met up right around the middle. I'll be okay as long as you're here by my side. And I wouldn't have it any other way, any other way. If I don't know a thing about love, I know about us. No, I wouldn't have it any other way, any other way. If I don't know a thing about love, I know about us. All the rest we'll figure out. All the rest we'll figure out. All the rest we'll figure out. And I wouldn't have it any other way, any other way. If I don't know a thing about love, I know about us. No, I wouldn't have it any other way, any other way. If I don't know a thing about love, I know about us. All the rest we'll figure out. All the rest we'll figure out. All the rest we'll figure out. I think I've been thinking too much. Hurt myself in check, but it's been one of those months where I feel everything a little too much, too deep. And I got 4 sitting pretty in my hand, but late at night I'm praying now the dice are gonna land until my heart is racing and I'm stressing in my sleep. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. Tricks on me now, tricks on me. are turning, it's just hard to turn them off. So put some sugar on my ear and tell me something sweet. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. Tricks on me now, tricks on me now, tricks on me now. Tricks on me now, tricks on me now, tricks on me now. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me, tricks on me. It's been a while, we haven't talked. I had some time to think us through. I promise I'm not looking for you, but here you are in all the words I thought I'd say. Have given up, but gotten lost in one good look in your two eyes. I'm on the floor. I thought that door was shut. I guess that it takes 6 months over. I feel so good. Are these feelings taking over me? I know I swore don't need no more. Are these feelings taking over me? Were you with both your empty arms and me with no self-control? I never stood a chance, and now I guess that it's too late. 'Cause I can barely say hello, and I know that I can hold on my peace like no hard feelings at all, and start all over again. 6 months over. I feel so good. Are these feelings taking over me? I know I swore don't need no more. Are these feelings taking over me? I think I love you too much. I think I miss you too much. Are these feelings taking over me? I think I love you too much. I think I miss you too much. Are these feelings taking over me? 6 months over, I feel sober. I know I swore don't you. Verse I crying all alone in the bathroom. I just wanna be by your side all the time, standing tall, your hand in mine. I don't wanna know where I might be without you. 'Cause you can lift me up, baby, when I'm falling apart. I'll keep all of your secrets. You can heal all my scars. And if I ever mention I loved you from the start, I got your best intentions, and you got my heart. 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 We got four white walls and a window with a city view. And there's no one else that I'd rather come home to. Up all night, flashing lights, counting cranes out in the sky. I don't wanna know where I might be without you. 'Cause you can lift me up, baby, when I'm falling apart. I'll keep all of your secrets. You can heal all my scars. And if I ever mention I loved you from the start, I got your best intentions, and you got my heart. You got my heart.
All right, everybody, it's unexpected victory time. They're up against the bigger boss today in match number 5 for UV1. They lost last week, unfortunately. It was a match that, you know, was potentially expecting another W, continuing their undefeated streak, and was expecting this to be the match that was going to be their first real test. But unfortunately, they, well, depending on how you look at it, it is good to be tested. So maybe not. Unfortunately, they've already gotten tested last week. Maybe that actually light the player under them. Maybe they got more prep for this one, because they're up against bigger bots. And another Canadian franchise here that are very, very strong. They have a number of players that are worth watching out for. T1N and Glist on this other side, both sporting over 100 ADR. They're joined by Meat that has over 90 ADR as well. So these are some very, very strong players that have clearly been tearing up the league so far here in IM. T1N with 110 frags, Gliss with 102, Meat with 90. And to put that in a little bit of context, our best fragger on our team, Vampy, he's got 88. So there's 3 people on this team with more frags than anyone on unexpected victory. So this is definitely a big test for them, and they got to do one extra thing just to make it a little more difficult. Right over here you see 2 race car. Its name you might not be familiar with. Subbing in today for Naft, as Naft unfortunately could not make the game today. So we have a sub 2 for UV1, which then also potentially makes things interesting. But, you know, UV1 have had some good luck with subs, to be completely honest. Every time someone comes in, they have been really strong and have had different strengths and different things that they've brought to the game, and have made it very, very interesting. So I wouldn't... I'm never super worried when UV1 find a sub. They seem to be pretty good at in that situation of finding new players to kind of fit into the lineup. So that's not the biggest thing I'm worried about. It is, of course, just how strong this team, Bigger Bots, have been so far. Now, if you kind of go down the rosters of the teams they played against, that might be interesting. Also, one of their wins was a forfeit win, so really they're a 4-0 team. But it's always interesting to kind of like try to figure out where they are in terms of that competitive level. They've gone against some teams that are now sitting at 3-2. Another team they played against is now a 3-1 team. Not bad either. Just going through their strength of schedule. The team that's 1-3, so potentially, they went against Ayaya, who is 1-5, who also played against UV1 in a previous season. They're 1-5, so like they haven't had the strongest opponents, to be completely fair. Only a couple of them sporting positive win rates, but still, just looking at those numbers, those again, couple players over 100 ADR, one over 90. This still is something to definitely note, and it'll be interesting to see how they go, where they go with that. So we're waiting for one more player to get on there. I'm not sure which one's which, because of course we have Beta over here, who's actually, I believe, is actually Vampy. Of course, Canary is actually Vampy, and that's gonna be switched over. So we might have two name muted people in this match, which would be interesting. So I'm not sure which one Canary is. We'll figure that out as we kind of get going into this one. Teams are just warming up as we are waiting for one more player to enter the server. So folks, I'm Johnny Esports. If you're unfamiliar, I do often the play-by-play here. So often it's been a solo cast effort so far this season coming into this one. So with all that being said, when I do the solo cast, I do like to interact with chat a little more often, maybe a typical broadcast. So feel free to leave your comments. Do note, of course, there is a 2-minute delay, so I might respond to your stuff around later. But your commentary on different stuff does make the game a little more interesting for myself and maybe for everyone involved here watching Unexpected Victory here in this matchup. And of course, just to talk a little more on last game that we watched for UV1. Yeah, it was a loss to a team that I definitely expected them to beat. They kind of had one real strong player that was like a semi-pro and just ended up going to the University of New Haven, which was Unexpected Victory's opponent. So it proved that player was real darn good. But so was that whole team, to be completely fair. It wasn't kind of like completely a one-star show there in that one. So they had that to deal with. Now again, this time around, they're having 2-3 players that all look real strong on the roster, buoyed by, I'm sure, support players that definitely help them out. So that could make things interesting. It looks like they're almost having a competition between two of them, between what was the names again? The bigger bots statistics between T1 and Inklist. So it'll be interesting to see who kind of steps up on top of that, because those two players are definitely have been causing nightmares for everyone throughout the league so far. But let's talk a little more on our own players. Egglet has been sort of quietly having, I say quietly, he has an ace so far this season, has been kind of having his best season yet of the 3 seasons I've been casting over here. Egglet originally just a sub on the team, but at least a sub on the version of the team that I first started casting. It would always come in and look solid when needed to sub in, so eventually found their way onto the main roster and hasn't looked back since. And like I said, this season just seemed to have stepped up their game just a little bit more even, and has been very clutch in a few different rounds, which led to the early start, which led to the early undefeated start to the season for UV1, which was definitely nice to see. And it was nice to see this player's development as we keep going on and on. Deimos has kind of stepped up too as the main opera in the team. We've had different operas kind of come in and out of the lineup, and now that's kind of settled on Deimos. Sometimes that op does move around on the team, but Deimos definitely has proven some very clutch performances on that op, as well as the IGL of this team. Just note that Deimos, of course, just a veteran player and super great, but definitely flicks with the best of them too. And nothing stands out more to me than, even though it was a losing round, when Deimos 1v4'd with the op, surrounded, and was able to take a bunch of them out, just sending a message on how strong Deimos could possibly be. It was on this map too, here on Inferno. That was over near Banana, I believe. That place shaping out, so that's always huge. Of course, we're staring now here at who I think is Vampy. And Vampy just last season leading the league in frags, and at least top 3. I kind of forget where it ended up. I know he was competing for the top spot in the last game of the season, and I just sort of forget where it ended up. I'm sure I could double check that. I'm sure there's somewhere I can dig and find it, but I just keep forgetting to do so. But either way, Vampy always so solid, always so clutch, always plays really aggressive spots, which is always fun to watch. You could almost lock your camera on Vampy, and you would have an entertaining game because they don't just do it by like hanging back and just getting fragged or camping or whatever. They get into really aggressive spots, which makes it all that much more impressive that they do have such impressive stats with them. Vampy, always a huge player. Meanwhile, last player that isn't Racecar, because I haven't seen Racecar play, but Alfight seemed to have stepped up his game this season too. Joined this team last season, of course, and was just kind of like solid. There was like 1 or 2 games where I remember pretty stand-up performances on Nuke specifically, but it was really just kind of like a steady player on this team, and again, another player just like Egglet, who seems to be having their best season so far this time around, has stepped up so far in the first 2 games. So I guess that's my mini review of the team early on in the season. Let's talk about Naft a little bit too. You know, Naft is not here today. Naft being the newest player on the team seemed to fit right in. I like what I hear from Naft, from what the other players have said about Naft too. Is that he's a bright kid, knows lots of different like smokes and flashes that maybe like even Deimos didn't know, and was just saying, hey, we should try this out. So introduce more strategies to the team, which is very, very interesting, which we've seen have an impact, as well as just being a confident young player themselves. Came in here talking about, oh, I'm just excited for when we get to playoffs. And the first interview I had with him, I'm like, it's game 3 where we were talking about playoffs. So it's pretty nutty. And it looks like we're getting this started 4v5, folks. I think Canary is actually on the other side. So I'm going to assume Canary is actually T1 in. I might just call him Canary for this matchup unless they get directly corrected exactly who they are. Beta is Vampy. Thank you very much. If you want to see the muted players on both teams, type CL sanitize video. Oh, we tried, but for GoTV, I think that's not working. Oh, okay. All right. Well, either way, we are in this knife round here, and Blinker bots are buying time because clearly they are down a player right now, and can't really get things going. Let's just try. I'm gonna try CL sanitize. Underscore muted. Underscore players. Or should I make it 1? Hold on, CL. Sanitize. Muted. Players. 0. Did that do anything? Oh, it did! Sweet. Thank you very much, Mayor CS. It worked for us. Worked for me here. So, yeah, there you go. I don't know all the commands, so it's very nice to learn a new one, folks. Now we can actually see that Vampy's Vampy. I don't have to make that mistake all day. And we do indeed see that T1N is over here on bigger bots. But again, they are buying time here because they are at a 4v5. So they are just kind of running around here. Gliss has found a half-decent hiding spot. And he's trying to defend himself here, but Sunning's won 4v5. UV1 got the advantage here. Player they are missing on this team here on Binker bots, Bukovic, or maybe Bukovic. Either way, missing on the team here on this one, fortunately for them. But we'll start this one, of course, with a pause because Binker bots definitely are just trying to buy time for their one missing player. All right, folks. I'm going to throw it to the BRB screen for a little bit here while we wait for that player because they just never really know how long that's going to take. But we will come back with the stream as soon as it is back. Because, yeah, Waiting for match to start. Sometimes tough to just buy time by yourself on stream. So we'll go to the BRB screen and we will be back once we have a full lobby. Thanks, folks.
Tricks on me now. 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 My mind is playing tricks on me. Tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me. Tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me. Tricks on me. My mind is playing tricks on me. Tricks on me. It's been a while, we haven't talked. I had some time to think us through. I promise I'm not looking for you, but here you are in all the words I thought I'd say. Have given up, but gotten lost in one good look in your two eyes. I'm on the floor. I thought that door was shut. I guess it's all that it takes. 6 months over, I feel sober. Are these feelings taking over me? I know I swore don't need no more. Are these feelings taking over me? Were you with both your empty arms and me with no self-control? I never stood a chance, and now I guess that it's too late. 'Cause I can barely say hello, and I know that I can hold on my peace like no hard feelings at all, and start all over again. 6 months over, I feel sober. Are these feelings taking over me? I know I swore don't need no more. Are these feelings taking over me? I think I love you too much. I think I miss you too much. Are these feelings taking over me? I think I love you too much. I think I miss you too much. Are these feelings taking over me? 6 months over, I feel sober. I know I swore don't need no more. Are these feelings taking over me? I think I love you too much. I think thrills at 17, chasing every high, jumping off, no safety net. No, we be fire. I know when did we grow up and start to say no thrills for me. Just trying to keep my heart from racing all the time. No thrills for me. Just setting all this panic in my mind. Locks on all my doors, scared of losing what I have. I don't risk things anymore. When did I?
All right, looks like we got our 5th in the server. Also to note, by the way, it looks like Bigger Bots, just while I was looking at things, they do have a sub for their game today. Based is in. Normally, another player is in their starting lineup by the name of J3K. So they also have a sub. So we'll see how both teams deal with having a sub on the day. And Vukovic has joined the server. So hopefully there's going to be no much more delays. Probably Vukovic just getting settled in. I know, Cyberstorm Gaming, actually. Next match, number 6, we're going to play Coconut GG Rebirth. This is actually the ex-Cyberstorm Academy. Sweet. Cool. Look at all that. Let's just kind of go over chat while we're waiting for this to unpause. I kind of just went straight to the things. I assumed player in, it's just going to pause right away. But again, Vukovic probably just getting comfortable. And there we go. We are going to finally get this one started. Once again, 5-0 record here for Bigger Bots. Unexpected victory, suffering their first loss to the other game. So they're sitting at 3-1, looking to improve that today. Remember, people to kind of look for Glist and T1N, absolutely huge players. Meat, very, very solid too as well. So we don't want you to watch that as we see Deimos start on a nade and get things started. Doing a little bit of chip damage here. Watch 2 race car subbing in here for Naft, sitting behind Pit. We got a pretty easy default here for Bigger Bots as they're waiting. Strike here using out their utility now and starting to get through towards the A site as Vukovic is looking down towards long. But haven't committed anything yet. They're picking the bomb back up. Here is Glist. Just over a minute to go in the round. They're starting to make their way over through Banana, and UV1 as usual play Banana or play the B site pretty far back with Egglet and Deimos here, and they're starting to get in here. Glist is going to take down Egglet, and then Vukovic will finish off Deimos. So the quick execute brings them onto site here as we tune to Vampy now behind Church. He's going to be able to nail a headshot onto Meat. Everyone else starting to rotate over here. 3v4 now here for the retake. As Vampy's starting to walk up and behind. Racecar's got himself a little bit of firefight here over here, and Banana is playing around with base. Finds a nice headshot. Good start for the sub on the team. UV1 have gotten themselves on site. Vampy goes down. Alpha, though, is dealing with another. He gets down Vukovic. Only T1N left to go. But can T1N buy enough time for their team? Alpha here is going to get to the bomb. 2 race car will finish off T1N. And Alpha with the kit will defuse. Nice pistol round for UV1 to pick that one on the top. 2K for Vampy, 2K for 2 race car. And a good start here so far for UV1. That was looking like a pretty clean execute to get onto the B site. But a very good retake here for UV1 here on pistols. Let's get him at least 1 M4 for those 2 frags race car got. A little more utility bought by everyone else here. They're moving through the smoke now. 2 race car trying to get something done through that. Decent little nade there. He's going to do some damage here. Vampy is going to see a couple of them. He flashes and slow them down momentarily. He's going to throw down that molly. And then walks up right into the fire. Kicks down 1. Trades with Glist. 2 race car meanwhile picking up where he left off nicely. That pisses around. He's got himself another 2. Behind him, though, Alpha is taking a ton of damage here in pit. Gonna throw a nade up to balcony. Throw another molly up there, too, in fact. Can do a ton of making T1N's difficult. 2 race car gets taken down by Vukovic, who aggressively goes up behind him. Aglet now, who has rotated over. Bomb not planted yet, as the bomb is in apps up there. Vukovic on site, but does not have the bomb. But here with the scout, who hits a nice shot into Alpha, wall bang. Gonna pick up a solid frag for himself, Deimos. Nice spray, taking down Vukovic, leaving T1N as the last one standing here. But they've done pretty good amount of damage here on this second round after losing the pistol. So certainly not that bad for Binkerbots there on that one. UV1 will take the round win, but damage done pretty decently by Binkerbots. They probably wanted at least a plant too, but, you know, they got a few frags. And that's going to be half decent for them. They're going to buy some deagles. Limited utility on the T side. Save up for one more round here. UV1 now spending up to get FAMASas again. Stop it, and anything that would have came through there. Very, very well done. Binkerbots, Meat, and Glist. Taking quite a bit of damage. 2 race car trades. Alpha sitting in pit. Will finish off that one. So that's a 2-for-1. 4v3 now for UV1. And again, Meat and Glist taking a decent amount of damage. They're thinking about moving through here onto the B site now. But haven't committed quite yet. Deimos and Aglet. Aglet here on planters. On the spot. I would say about 30% of the time. They find them out, though, but Deimos comes and helps, at least takes out the other, so they're able to stop that rush. On the other side of the map, Alpha finishes off the last kill, so it'll be a 3-0 lead here for UV1. But now Binkerbots here to be able to buy up here. We're going to see a couple M4s now for UV1. Those FAMASas being kept by the players that had them. Potentially pretty decent swing around here. Off on T1N to note. They're also sitting just well back, watching over mid. Flash is coming in towards the B site. Deimos sitting here with that AUG. Aglet back of sight. Smoke started to come out. They smoke off tree. No commitment yet, though. Minute left to go here on this round, and Binkerbots playing this one fairly carefully here. T1N starting to move up there with that op. T1N's a big player for them, but know who's a big player for UV1? That's Vampy. As he matches the star player on the other team, takes him down. 5v4 now. They're starting to move through the smoke. No, Meat decides to back up. 35 seconds left to go. They left the bomb back here. We're watching Meat pick it up now. And they got 30 seconds to make their move. Looks like they're going to opt to go through towards the B site. Only 20 seconds left. Deimos here watching this out. Still has that molly. He's going to use that there. That's going to be a ton of time. That's going to burn through. They're going to have to run through that fire. They go through. No, they just had to back off. They go, you know what? Even if we get on site, we probably won't get a lot done. We'll just save what we got. Binkerbots don't do anything that round. The one pick from Vampy, and then Binkerbots just run out of time. They see that molly that they had to deal with. Went, nah, man, all we're going to do is rush onto the site and then I'll get killed anyway. Let's at least keep our guns for the next round. So Binkerbots essentially save through that round. T1N got to buy a Mac 10. Everyone else on the Ks, but... Ooh. Well, they saved that round, and now they got to win this one. Or they'll be fairly broke going into the next round. UV1 got a good money situation for themselves. Race car thrown to flash. Here's base getting into apps here. Bukovic gonna meet up with Alfight. Finds the shot first. Actually, potentially hit the second shot second, but he's got himself down to 9 HP, but gets the frag. Demo's still watching up here. Finds the head. He's tried to walk slowly towards the B site. Not ending to be the right call. While he's coming down, T1N walking through it. Here's a spray from him with that AK getting down Egglet. Demo's back in church. We're gonna start getting this plant down.
Bomb has been planted.
Demo's waiting for their teammates to get in here. 2 race cars gonna come up Banana. Vampy coming in through CT spawn. Flashing out. 2 race car. He won a battle. T1N though takes down Deimos. Vampy's gonna get in behind T1N and finish him off. Bukovic, last one standing for their team. He's trying to slow them down here. They're getting this defuse off. Bukovic try to shoot it through the smoke. Vampy eventually finds him, takes him down. 3K for Vampy on the round. 5-0 lead now for unexpected victory. Max lost bonus, of course, for Bigger Bots. Means they'll be able to buy up here still for another round, but UV1 got themselves in a good situation. They pick up a couple AKs, too. Solid round once again for UV1. And Bigger Bots, not all that aggressive. And really, UV1 feeding off that, I think, a little bit. Sometimes teams play aggressive against UV1, and that's what kind of surprises them. They play this like default game, I think, better than most teams in this division. And maybe Bigger Bots, that's what they've been doing so far this season, just playing kind of like, you know, slow, steady defaults, and that leading them to enough victory here. But this all feels like a big bonuses for UV1 because sometimes they struggle on CT side on this map. So for them to be up 5-0 here this early, it's no real nicely since they tend to have a very good T side on Inferno. They pick up another round here. Could potentially be absolutely huge. Minute left to go, and Bigger Bots still have not gone in either direction. Egglet sitting on planners. Finds Glist. He was looking to the spot that Egglet's been most of the time. So Egglet does the switch up, sits behind sight, or goes on planners, and it's messing up Bigger Bots just enough. Alfight. Nice shot, takedown based. Vampy here watching. Well, was watching balcony, and then someone walked underneath them. Finds the one in quad and takes him down too as well. Vampy. 3K last round, remember. 2K in this one, so feeling it for sure. Meat starting to walk up right here. Gonna meet Vampy's crosshairs. But Meat actually ends up winning that fight. So Alpha got a pair from Pit here and take him down. 2K for themselves too as well. 6-0 lead here now for unexpected victory. Choice for Bigger Bots now. Quasi-buy or save. And yeah, essentially a save. Coming through here, they just buy, they upgrade their pistols. Pick 9s and Deagles, P250. Let's see here. They're starting to move towards Banana again, which hasn't been working out too well for them. Deimos and Egglet definitely have had this held down. Egglet looks away from the flash. Deimos picking up one. Egglet grabs 2 for himself. Vampy got a kill on the other side of the map too as well, by the way. And 2 race car comes in on the rotation and picks off 1 more. The sub 7-3 so far, doing pretty darn good on the team. 7-0 lead here for unexpected victory. I came in today saying, oh, this was the narratives was supposed to be set that this was going to be their first real test on the season. And right now, yeah, again, it's still very early to be fair. They're dominating pretty well here. But we got rifle rounds here for Bigger Bots. That was a save in the last one. Anti-Eagle played really well by UV1. Nade stack doesn't hit anyone this time as Bigger Bots decide to play it A little more back. The list starting to move through Banana by themselves. But yeah, like, it goes to show that any research I do on ESCA teams means absolutely nothing. Last game, of course, was saying like, oh yeah, this looks like to be a favorite UV1. That's of course the one match they lose. This one I'm like, oh, this should be a tough game. And well, Bigger Bots definitely having trouble dealing with UV1 so far. It is only 7 rounds in, but UV1 have won every single one of them. And honestly, I've won them impressively. As we get to the minute mark here again, Bigger Bots play a slower game, it looks like, and it just lets UV1 kind of be set up for them nicely. Nade's going to come out and hit them. Happy City quad here, going to shoot down one. Ends up just being a trade, but for them, they can still continue to walk here. 2 race car now with the op. Gets down short to see if anyone kind of comes through there. But it looks like they're going to opt to rotate back over towards the B site. But Eglet's got this one held down as he takes down a target. Rotation coming over from Deimos too as well. So maybe they get on site here, but Deimos is back now. Eglet sitting at back of site once again. T1N gets taken down from Deimos from the side. Deimos gonna pick up one more. Eglet gonna grab another. The team of Eglet and Deimos on the B side are unstoppable so far. 8-0 lead here for UV1. Bigger Bots just do not have an answer for the defense of unexpected victory. Quasi-buy coming out here. 2 AKs. Deagle Tech 9s. For Bigger Bots, and like I said, they just don't seem to have an answer so far. Oh my goodness. Vampy and Racecar opening it up, taking down 2 mid and second mid. While I was over here looking at Banana, trying to see if they were going to try to rush this one again. Meanwhile, well, they walked out mid and just met an absolute wall. Bukovac here in apps. Trying to get some access here. Racecar potentially was going to walk up there, but actually backs off now. Looks towards mid and picks up another op shot. Vampy ends up going down to Meat. Racecar with great instincts walks up and no-scopes the one in apps. 3K for Racecar. The sub absolutely popping off here. 3v1 situation now here for Meat. Can they clutch this one out? Ornament saying LMA Johnny in chat. 2 minutes ago, I'm trying to think what that was about. Did I make a joke? I can't remember. 33 seconds left here. Looks like Meat is just going to opt to try to save this AK. Although they're near B site. Never mind. Ooh, they find the win on that firefight with Damon. They got 5 HP left here. They got themselves 3K. Molly's going to come out. That would have been enough to kill him if they met him. He's going to sit in the middle of this smoke. Alfight taking it slowly. Walks out of there. Meat is getting this done. He's got 4. A moment ago, I was saying, oh, maybe he's just going to try to save this AK. Not the case. He has a chance to win this one out. Eglet fakes a couple defuses. Finds him finally. Eglet clutching it himself. Ooh. Very, very good round for Meat, though. The 4K. Impressive stuff. But Eglet, just enough better than him. 9-0 start now for UV1, despite the heroic effort from Meat. It's 4 of his 5 kills, all in that round. But no one hasn't shown up. The person who I was saying was kind of a star player on this team, T1N, only is 3-9 right now. Just hasn't shown up so far in this game. T1N? Maybe it's Tin. Maybe I should be calling him Tin. Anyway. Base wins kind of a 1v1 with Vampy, but 2 race car comes up and helps as T1N walked up. Or Tin. Race car. Oh, we're talking about how Damos kind of stepped up to become an opera here, but they picked up Two race car here, and he's definitely making an interesting case for himself. New on the team, again just subbing in today for Naft, but ooh, having quite a performance for themselves. Here, Bukovic goes up smoke, does see two race car, but two race car will run away. They must throw a molly to help out. Three of them are here on the A side. Only one. Egglet is back on B. They're here to defend this. Deimos find that frag. Bukovic turns the corner and trades for their teammate, but it's still 3v2. Gliss with the bomb right in front of them there. Race car taking a decent amount of damage. Alpha is going down, but Race car's gonna find another op shot. He's got himself 3k on this round. Bukovic with the 2, he got 21 HP, and he's planting the bomb. Will get the bomb down, but will ends up picking it up. And just to see Race car pick up his 4th frag of this round. Get a nice defuse here, and all of a sudden, 10-0 start for unexpected victory there. Speed running this game. Well, it would be speedrunning if Binkerbots were playing their rounds quickly, but Binkerbots have been using almost all of the round clock, and it's just not worked out for them. UV1 stay patient, hold their angles, and are taking down targets. 2 race car with 14 frags leads the server. There's the nade stack over in the banana. Put Glist here down to 29 HP. He's still walking forward, though. Takes a flash. Rampy's gonna head back over towards the ace side. Or maybe sticks around. He's kind of hanging around CT spawn here as we're watching Glist. We'll go over banana. Ooh, Egglet takes a decent bit of the nade there, shooting at the one that has been bothering them in planter. So maybe they... Oh, initially, doesn't find him, but Deimos is gonna find 3 for himself. They somehow turn around and take down Egglet in time there. But Deimos walks up, pops his head over, and picks up a quick 3k. Now the last 2 remaining members of Binkerbots are starting to make their way through short, but they are getting flanked over here by Vampy, who's going to spray one down, trying to get another through the smoke. He's down to 4 HP, so he'll back off. Alpha will finish off the last one. And 11-0 lead for UV1. And, you know, I try my best not to make unexpected puns, but an 11-0 lead. Well, let's say I didn't expect that in any way. Binkerbots here have just not pierced any piece of this UV1 defense. And another nade stack come over here. Race car aggressive with the op here. Pick up 1. They're still walking through it. He's in a little bit of fire here. Guy gets smoked out. List tries to walk up to the half wall, but gets taken down anyway. 2 race car now with 2k. They've got control of the bomb 2 here on this site. They've stacked up here, and race car will pick up another. He's got 3k on the round left. He's switching over towards the Deagle. He's gonna pick up 1 more before eventually going down. Based ends up picking up 2 frags for himself, but now he is 1v2. He's got the bomb at an open B site. Rotating over now is Deimos, who will see this wall of smoke, so Base does have access to at least planting this bomb for himself. Can he clutch this out 1v2? It's going to take that for them to win a round finally. But Deimos and Alphite are coming around here to try to deny that. Base peeks out on Alphite, takes him down. In behind him is Deimos, and Deimos will finish him off. So the Herculean effort from Base gets denied. They do not get to pick up a round win here. UV1 still up 12-0. Plenty of cash, so even everyone they did take out still get to rebuy. $18 frags so far from 2 race car, and they've all been highlight reel ones. Just what they've done on the op in this map has made it impossible for Binkerbots. Race car looking towards second mid. No one's came through there yet. Meanwhile, Vampy finds a target and taking down Bukavec. And then finds a second here, eventually getting taken down by the scout of T1N. Who again, was coming in here a little bit afraid of this player, has not seemed to have shown up so far. Here we go, 3 people walking through Banana now. Trying to see if they can stop this, but Eglin and Deimos have done real good work here all day long. Eglin tries to look away from the flash, but he ends up going down for it. Deimos picks up one more, but Gliss will find them. That's 2 frags for him now. They're going to get this plant off now. We're on 2v2 for the retake. Race car's going to quickly make it only 1 left. So only Gliss here is still surviving. He peeks out and finds Alpha. 2 Race cars going to find him, though. Another 2k4 to Race car. And he'll go on to defuse this bomb. 13 rounds in a row for UV1. And they're a better T-side team. Don't forget. Bigger bots right now probably thinking, okay, yeah, GG next. Let's go play some solo queue after this. Oh, but UV1, you know, they want to close this out. 20 bomb already here for 2 Race car, only 13 rounds in. Another nade stack is being thrown towards Banana, and this time bigger bots aren't walking into it. Well, I said, you know, maybe some people need to play more aggressive against UV1, but, you know, the time they did potentially want to go aggressive, they met up a nade stack. Base here gets started, though, as they're starting to walk toward the A site. T1N's going to get a good advantage over here on Alpha. It will take him down. Goes down to 9 HP during that. So this is really the cleanest take they've had so far. Vampy gets taken down there. So while a bunch of them are low, they're able to get onto the site relatively cleanly. Have not planted the bomb yet, as it is just being brought over here as we tune into Egglet, starting to walk towards long. Sees one. They both trade a little bit of damage onto each other. Deimos meanwhile on the other side here is on top of Apps. There's definitely a lot of targets for him to take care of. Egglet throwing in a molly here. Egglet getting taken down, so it's 1v5 time for Deimos. Can he keep this gun at least? Team 1N finds him out, turns around, deals with Bukavec. Deimos. Oh, behind him! Turned at the wrong time. Base is going to take him down. Bankerbots finally take down a round. 13-1 is the lead for UV1 with 1 round left here in the half. Both teams... Oh, no, they're not both going to be able to fully buy up. Bukavec is down. Oh, never mind. There you go. He's got himself to here, but Galil on 2-1N. And honestly, I hate the glue. But there's Vampy throwing out some utility, some nades, some fire, and a flash. He's going to walk into mid here. Real aggressive. Finds a target in base. Eventually gets taken off from the side, so there's a decent trade. Smoke here for Alpha. T1N trying to shoot through that smoke. Well, what else have they got going on here? Four v 4 here in the last round of the half, and it's been absolutely dominated by Unexpected Victory so far. The bigger bots, can they at least take 1 more round here in this half? They've already ended the perfect game from UV1, which was something I was trying not to jinx earlier, but not saying it. But they got the round win, so now I can mention it. Used to be a hockey goalie, so I understand not trying to call out shutouts. 30 seconds left to go here. And they are playing with the one. Making noise on B, but race car, he's here protecting the A site, protecting long, throws down a molly too as well. They're still trying to run through it here. Alpha comes in and joins the party, picks up 2. Egglet also picked up Gliss on the other side of the map, so that'll be a 14-1 first half for Unexpected Victory. And Binker Bots just had nothing going on that T side. Will they have any more success on CT? And that's a tall task, because many a time it's been over the poor CD side that relied on a strong T side for UV1 to come back and win on Inferno. This time they don't have that kind of pressure. They just got to win 2 rounds.
Bomb has been planted.
So here we go as we get into the second half here. Fingerbots, obviously, it's going to have to start with a pistol round here. They basically can't afford to lose it. This substitute player here in 2 race car has impressed beyond any sort of expectations we could have had for a substitute player. There you go. They're moving through mid all together now. They're going to go up into apps, and Egglet's leading the charge. He gets shut down by T1N immediately, who is going to hit another headshot and take down another target. But eventually they will pierce into there. Glist and Bukovac team up for a couple more. Vampy, though, now the last one standing versus 3. He picks himself up 1 more frag. So it looks like Bigger Bots will at least get to defend that one more time. They have control over bomb on short. Vampy's by himself. Vampy just trying to see if anyone comes in for a flank. He's starting to walk through apps. Will potentially peek out on a balcony. It is being watched right now by Bukovac, who gets a little bit of damage to the Vampy. Bukovac, of course, is down to 10 HP as well. Nice headshot from Vampy. Will take him out. Looks behind them in case anyone was trying to set up a flag. So far, no. Of course, we can see that they're just sitting on the bomb, essentially. With Vampy trying to check out. He's actually got plenty of... Well, had plenty of time till that shot, based finishing it off there with the headshot. So they'll pick up pistol around here, do Bigger Bots. UV1 will likely just play this one pretty conservatively. Again, they have to win 2 of the next 6 million rounds. Whatever. I can't do math. 2 of the next 12 rounds. And we won't be going into overtime. It'll just be over. So, yeah, they're just going to go to Deagles here. MP9s in the hands of Bigger Bots. Little shot does a little bit of damage to Bukovac. Trying to play up on Banana here. Gliss is right there. Alpha is right there too as well. Sees that the bullets are firing. Just shoots in the smoke. Is able to take down a target. Walks up further into it. And they're going to take an aggressive position here on Banana. Here we are. Wee bit of advantage right now for Bigger Bots. I can imagine just the way they play T-side that Bigger Bots have a very strong CT side. They play it slow. They kind of wait for picks and stuff. So they probably frag out pretty well, just holding down their angles as we watch Meat walk from side to side and pick up another kill here. T1N also on the flanks, able to grab 1 more. So that just leaves Egglet here by themselves, who eventually gets taken down. So clean round win here for Bigger Bots. The Deagles, if UV1 not able to do any damage there. And they can afford, of course, to save 1 more round. I likely see that scenario happening. Yep. So like I was saying, just the way they play the T side, I feel like they're a team that just, like, you know, defaults out and waits for picks. Maybe they play that way on the T side all the time, and on CT side they can just kind of go in there and hold their side. So I could see a situation here where, like, Bigger Bots do take down a ton of CT rounds, right? And like maybe they win the second half, but they're just so far behind, of course, that is setting up the difficult. Meanwhile, though, Meat picks up a couple frags here. Was working right in front of Kliss there. So they'll have that. So I like, as much as it's only 2 more rounds UV1 needs, I imagine Bigger Bots will make this interesting, because coming into this matchup, they just look so impressive. And heck, you know, it's kind of the one thing I usually think about when, like, I'm playing sports or whatever. When I get to half, I'm like, hey, whatever they scored, that shows that it's plausible to score the same amount in the other half, right? So, while 14-1, they just have to do that too for Bigger Bots, which is true. They will have to 14-1 in order for this to be going into overtime. It's just a big ask here. Dappy now is starting to walk here. We'll find the one on planters. Tries to turn around for Meat here, but Meat will clean that up. 2 left standing here for UV1. Tech 9 and Deagle in hand. They're starting to move towards A. Egglet meets up with T1N, gets put down to 4 HP. Eventually gets taken down by Bukavec. Damos finishing off and getting the revenge, taking down Bukavec, but T1N walks in behind and takes them out. So that will be 3 rounds in a row here on CT side for Bigger Bots. But now we get a rifle round here for Unexpected Victory. Let's see if they can end this one out. There you go, moving through Banana, but they will meet some Molly. T1N on that op, though, will also stop Vampy over here in mid, so quickly we're in a 4v5. I'm telling you, this is where I can see things getting interesting, where T1N maybe on that op, who did not show up whatsoever on the T side. Maybe they're going to be ready there on the CT side, so... Trying to say the game ain't over till it's over. Flash coming in for 2 race cars. They're starting to look to attacking the B site. Nice nade there from Meat. Gonna make them think twice here. They'll at least have the information that they know they're dealing with 2 people, as one nade went out and then a smoke. 35 seconds left to go. And they're going to start to execute here. Molly going to potentially slow them down, but running through it is Alphite anyway, who does get taken down. 2 race car will pick up another kill for himself as they're trying to get in through this. They're playing through the smoke here, starting to get the bomb planted, but Damos gets taken down, so no bomb plant. Meat will then take down another target here. That'll be 2 frags for him. Egglet now picks up the bomb and tries to at least get this plant down. Will get the plant down for the money and then pick up another kill for himself. Then it turns around and grabs another. Still 2 more left for him to deal with, but eventually gets taken down from the side by Bukavec. They'll get this defuse. And then the first rifle round for UV1. 14-5 now. UV1 now have max loss bonus, so they'll be able to buy up here in back-to-back rounds. And Bigger Bots are definitely, like I said, gonna make this interesting. I see a scenario where they take like 8 rounds or whatever in this half, but I'm pretty confident UV1 will find a way. And that's one way to get it started. Bring themselves back into what Vampy taking out the offer on the enemy team. Definitely going to help. Meat, meanwhile, sitting here looking at smoke that Alphite's sitting in. Bliss will pop his head out and take down 1. 2 race car end up getting taken down as well. So any push through Banana is completely snuffed out. So we're back to a 4v3 despite the first pick going in favor of UV1. Vampy Trying to walk through short. People back here dealing with the exit in balcony. Will win out that firefight. Base thrown out. Flash here. Sitting in pit, looking for another. Bukovac back of sight. Deimos peeks. Bukovac wins. Base then moves out from pit and finds that last frag. And, well, this is more of what I was expecting from the Bingerbots play that we just weren't able to see on the T side whatsoever from them. And that's going to force UV1 into a save. And boy, could you imagine. I don't want to jinx anything. But, could you imagine if this ends up going in overtime? Ooh. Oh, T1N. How do you even find that shot? Stream, of course, is in 60 FPS, so, you know, maybe more frames. It's easier to see, but... sees just enough of Alphite and then finishes them off. Here you go, they're starting to move now. But they're now 4v5. T1 and picking up another pick here in mid. The deco from UV1 not going well. T1N just shutting down. Anyone wanting to come up in here and... well, around like the last one where Vampy ended up getting that first pick, that felt like the round that was going to be the one for UV1. If you take down T1 and it feels like they usually be able to handle everyone else here as we're watching Vampy finish off one, but Egla got taken out just before that. 2v4 now. Racecar starts to peek in there, but Bukovac holding down this spot back of sight will figure to that one out. T1N finds Vampy in the corner of the smoke there and takes him down. So... UV1 have them doubled up at 14-7, but of course that is 6 rounds in a row now for Bingerbots. So you know they're thinking they believe in it. They believe in what is shaped up to be probably the one of the most unlikely comebacks, but... if you didn't look at the score, you would think Bingerbots... oh yeah, that must be the better team. Just the way they've been playing these last few rounds here and have made it very, very difficult for UV1 to do anything. Both teams just defending so well here on Inferno. And it's a tricky team map, but again, UV1 do so well on the T side of this map, normally. There's a nice nade from base, doing almost 100 damage. So a little bit more patience here shown by UV1, haven't been picked off by T1N's op yet. Now sitting at 13 frags is trying to get themselves back to that kill per life ratio. Here's Eglet walking through short. Base sitting in the back of the site there. Vampy's going to try to help him with the flash, but T1N shuts down Vampy quickly here. Moves back into Arch. Two race car makes a miss, but can't finally blow up it, but eventually Deimos walks in and takes him down, so they finally get rid of the offer. Eglet finds Bukovac here underneath balcony, but Base is able to find him out, but then Deimos, with his own op, is able to find another frag here, so they got themselves a plant and got to defend against two. Deimos and Alphite versus Meat and Glist. Meat trying to walk around towards the side. 30 seconds left for the horror. This bomb blows. Glist moves up towards Apps. Alphite waiting in balcony. Oh, but Alphite was looking the other way, so now Deimos got to defend himself. He's doing it successfully so far, and then finishes off the other one. Deimos with a 4K performance in this round. Gets himself to 20, and now they're at match point for the next 8 rounds in a row. Huge performance from Deimos. T1N looked like they were doing more T1N things with that op again, but Deimos finally shuts them down. And now T1N forced off of the op. They're gonna have to try to do this one with M4s. Deimos here, ready to shut him down. Vampy getting to a little bit of firefight. He's taking a little bit of damage. Aglet ended up getting taken down. Where's that? Over naps. Vampy jumps up here. Potentially want to replace him. Bukovac firing through there. Deimos holding down this middle of the map, trying to get some good mid control here. He's gonna leave the bomb back in the back of Banana. Potentially see if anyone wants to cross over. Meat. Holding it down right now, waiting for UV1 to make a move. Throwing on a nade here. This could be a pretty decent one. Does about 20 damage to Alphite. Meat thinking about peeking. Hasn't yet. UV1's got to make a move. 40 seconds left to go on this round. They're going to start throwing out the utility here. Here's a good smoke to force Meat off of this position, but he walks right through and takes down one. In fact, takes down another. Two Race Car was able to take down at least Glist, but Meat got damage done. Vampy, meanwhile, over here near the A side, picks up one more target. Bukovac in behind him, trying to slow him down. 2v3 situation here now. They're looking at the A site. Gonna throw a molly near Bukovac, but he's able to avoid most of his damage. Eventually, Deimos comes up to take him down. Vampy trying to spray, but T1N gets the advantage. Deimos has got to defend the bomb again by himself. 1v2. Enemy of the gate style with the sniper rifle. Finds one. They rush him at the same time, though, so T1N is able to take down the other. That's pretty close to a collat, though. Not gonna lie. T1N will also be able to take this op if he wants it. Now T1N's one away from leading his team now in frags, and again was very behind that as we went into this next half. But has definitely picked it up since he's been on the CT side and has mostly been in the opper through so much of it. And it's 7-1 half so far for Binker bots. Two race car. Oh, not able to get the crosser. T1N. Oh, gets them down to 9 HP. The opper will live at least for another day. Bukovac here. Finishes down Eglet. 4v5. As Meat finds Deimos through the smoke. One minute, 15 seconds left here on this round. 3v5. Ooh, Two Race Car probably really wishes he did get that frag on T1N when they were peeking through mid, but so far not. They're starting to walk towards short here. 3 people defending this site versus the 3 that are coming to attack it. Throw a molly into pit, no one there. Incendiary to block off a little bit there. Vampy with a nice one tap to finish off T1N. Finds one more. Base will eventually take him out, but he's down to 3 HP. He's down to 0 as Alphite finishes this. They'll get this bomb plant. 2v2 here for the match. Glist and Meat have to retake here. Race car. Near pit. Playing way back here. Great post plant position. Flash is coming out. They're starting to get on site. Meat finds a way there. Alpha takes off one, but then Meat finishes off 2 of them. He's going to extend this game. 3K for Meat. It'll be 9-15. UV1 do not get to be victors yet.
Counter-terrorists win.
See UV1 saving for another round or no? Nope. Spine up AKs. Spine up as much utility as they can. They're going for it in this round. I think your bots got a quasi by themselves. If I throw in a nade, knowing that they play pretty aggressively up in Banana get things started too themselves, so smart. List walks up onto Banana and gets a little bit of damage. I'll fight flashing. Gonna continue to walk through here. Meanwhile, we turn to Egglet and Apps, who's been struggling up here throughout this half. Hopefully we can do some damage in this round. T1N. Shooting through the smoke. Gets a free one. Egglet's still up here in Apps. Haven't quite gone anywhere yet. So 4v5 here. 2 race car takes a little bit of damage from the nade, and the Pukovac walks top quad and finds 2. He's down to 7 HP, but definitely enough HP to live through that. But Egglet walks towards balcony and takes him down. He'll back off from there. T1N meanwhile finds the bomb carrier over here in mid and takes him out. So they have complete control of the bomb, and it's Egglet by himself. He's sitting on top of balcony again. He's got to walk towards here, finds T1N. Nice shot to take him out, but from the side comes base. So 2k for Egglet's not going to be enough. Bigger Bots got themselves within double digits here. 9-1 in this second half. UV1's got to save. Lex setting it perfectly. Both teams are just so good at defending. Bigger Boss definitely putting up much more of a fight than we expected for him to a whole game. Here's a run through the smoke. Bliss ends up picking up the first frag. Damos trades one off before being taken down by Mead, who finds himself a couple frags here. He's still fighting off with 2 race card. He'll win that one. Switching over to the USP. Eventually gets taken down by Egglet, but Egglet gets taken down from behind by T1N. A little bit of damage done here on that eco by UV1. Not bad. But they'll be able to full buy up here in this rifle round. And this is the round that feels like you gotta win it. Because it feels like if you don't win this round, Bigger Bots will force an OT. That's the way it feels. You bought yourselves a lot of rounds by being so impressive on the CT side. But you gotta win the key rounds here, which is this one here, where you're fully bought up here. You got tons of utility, full armor on most people, except for Damos on the op. Two race car making some noise here in Banana. Gliss thinking about peeking. Get throw out a smoke. Here's a nade. Chips at Gliss a little bit. Alfight in the middle of smoke, starts shooting at it, but gives up his position on that, so Gliss fires at him. Alfight down to 2 HP. 50 seconds left on this round. Damos opens up. Gliss now walking towards the smoke. Sees that other smoke fly right past him. Egg's gonna pick up the bomb here from behind. UV1 playing this one out pretty patiently. 30 seconds left to go. Only one person still sitting on this B site. Vampy over on the other side of the map. Picked one up here, but Gliss now is trying to defend this by himself. He's standing in fire here. Eventually gets taken down by Alfight, so they'll get this plant off. Pukovac finally takes down Vampy, who was just causing tons of trouble over on the A site. But here's T1N. He finds one to even up the numbers. 2v2 here. Egglet and Alfight have to defend, but Alfight is down to 2 HP. That molly's real scary. Egglet, though, finds a great shot, takes out Pukovac. We're down to a 1v1. He's sticking the defuse. He stuck the defuse. Alfight didn't peek. Oh, pros don't fake. That's exactly what Pukovac thinks here. And to be fair, it was pretty scary for Alfight there at 2 HP. But that was definitely one he felt like he needed to have. We're still getting full AKs here from UV1. most utility. Two race car with a beautiful one tap. Taking out T1N. Absolutely huge value here. Here's Bukovac sitting in quad. He's got himself down to 15 HP, but he did 96 damage to Vampy. Whew, Egglet faces a nade here, up in apps. Vampy starting to move forward here. He's only got 4 HP. Tough one to lead the charge. Base and Bukovac holding on site. Meat's gonna find Vampy out. They're checking pit. Bukovac finds Egglet up in balcony. Alfight taking down another here. And Alfight. Oh no! Base takes down 2. Racecar by himself will go down. 3K from Base. And suddenly this is 15-13. That one felt like the round. I was about to say Alfight with redemption in that round. He gets himself 2, but not enough. Bigger bots doing it in the most unlikely of fashions. Down 14-1 in the first half. UV1 only able to pick up 1 round so far in this one. They 5-stack here with the quasi-buy. 2 AKs and then Deagles from the rest. Just hanging back here, waiting to see who pops out first. Often it's Vampy. He's got himself a Glock. Alfight will get in there and find the frag onto Gliss. So T1N here playing from tree. Trying to find a target here. Base with him too as well. They get the bomb planted. So they got a 5v4 here to defend, but they're taking a decent amount of damage. Vampy takes down Meat. T1N, the star player, takes down UV1 star player. 3v3 now. 2 race cars gonna pick up another one here. We watch Bukovac take down 2. One was done with the molly. The other one gets done. Deimos here's got to defend himself, but no, Bukovac is gonna clutch this one out again. 3K from Bukovac brings the game to within 1.
Counter-terrorists win.
All right, UV1. Win this round or we're going to overtime. And definitely did not expect it. Again, I try not to make those puns, but that one actually unintended. But we're in this situation now. UV1 just have to win it. There's a couple rounds here it felt like they were going to, but just haven't been able to close it out. Bigger bots just didn't show up in that first half and have shown up here. Can Egglet step up? Can Vampy step up? Who will it be? Alfight taking some damage from a nade on the other side of the map. Continue to watch Egglet moving through apps. One of them is hanging out in pit though. Oh my gosh, I accidentally first person. I forgot how that happens. There you go. Egglet able to pick up 2. Race car takes another. Alpha takes out 1 more. So all of a sudden it's only Meat. While I was accidentally messed up the camera. Awful. But Meat's nade is able to find 1. Meat now walking through the smoke. Able to find Egglet. Deimos finally finishes one off, and the comeback will not happen today. Unexpected victory. 14-1 first half. 2-13 second half. 2-14 second half, actually. Oh, boy. That was a match, folks. And I'm almost at a loss for words here, but got to speak a few more here. We'll see if we get an interview here. We haven't heard from Vampy yet this season. See if I can get one with him. Wow. Just an insane game with an insane finish here. But Event UV1 do find a victory. I'm now joined by Vampy. How are you feeling after that?
I know you got a couple of questions to ask us. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I know they're coming. I'm chilling, to be honest.
Just
It was a
chilling?
little hectic, but hey, we got it.
You got it.
That shit
A
was
win.
funny.
It's one of those where you go, well, a win's a win, I guess.
Yeah, no, honest to God, a win's a win.
All right, let's take it chronologically. So initially coming into this match, just looking at like the other team, they're like, yeah, they're 5-0. They have some crazy good players, at least statistically. So coming into the match, were you guys kind of like expecting them to be tough?
Honest to God, I have not checked any of the match pages that we have. I play people like they're all the same.
That's good though, to be honest.
I'm pretty sure most of the team does too.
Yeah, all right.
So it's like whenever we're playing anybody, it's just like whoever you are. Like if you get one tap, you get one tap. If you don't, whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. All right. So, well, okay. Well, then with that said, the first half looked real easy. You guys were probably having a great time.
I'll tell you right now, it was literally like the most casual side that we've ever had. Like we were sitting there, like regular conversation. It wasn't even always CSGO.
Oh no.
And then we got to T side and we were just like, this is happening.
This
like
is
they have
happening.
9 rounds.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
no, CT side, it was just a little bit more well structured. You could see that, there's a lot more team play installed in like the A site, the B site as well. The timings on the mollies.
Yeah, for
timings
sure.
on the smokes middle, like
The nade
everything was
stacks,
just
everything. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
not sure what was happening on their side though.
Yeah, well, from my point of view, it seems like they're a team that just kind of like sit there and does default and then looks for picks, and they weren't really aggressive. They never really like tried to like rush anywhere or do anything kind of like off of their normal game plan, and that probably just carries through them because clearly they just have some good fraggers. Because once they got into the CT side, they can kind of just sit there and hold their spots, and clearly they showed they're good at doing that. So you
100%.
get into that second half. So when did you guys like start thinking, oh, we need to like focus up?
To be honest, I think it was at like round 8 or 9. Everyone started kind of like clicking in. It's like, okay, we can't really let them grasp the game. Like at this point in time, because if we lose, economy, if we lose early picks, we're gonna have a problem late game. So we noticed that a few times. We got a few unlucky trades that they won. And a few multi kills that I missed, Egg missed, even Demos missed. Everyone kind of missed a few key components. And it's not necessarily to say that like it's completely their fault. It happens. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
just happened.
There's definitely a couple rounds where you're like, okay, they got this, but then like just someone just flubbed a little bit, and you're like, oh no,
100%.
like yeah, and then it just like things just didn't end up working out. And then suddenly it snowballed, right? And all of a sudden,
so
all of a
just
sudden
a
they
few
were
mishaps. Just a few.
Yeah, definitely. And sometimes that's how it kind of goes with Counter-Strike. So it's kind of crazy. Last thing I want to talk about, substitute coming in today. 2 race car came in there and was a complete monster in that first half. First of all, where'd you find this guy? How do you like him?
To be honest, I've been incognito these past few weeks, so Org kind of just picked him up. And today was my first day meeting him.
Okay.
So we scrimmed, and I kind of just ran him through my A setups that I prefer. And he kind of gave me a few things that he liked to do. So I was like, whatever, we'll just mesh around it.
Cool.
Use flashes accordingly, use util accordingly, and it all really worked out to plan on our CT side, as you could see.
Yeah.
T side, you know what I mean? Like, it's not going to be perfect. There's certain defaults that NAF and Alphite had down to kind of like a second instinct,
right?
And so I'm sure that I call him Nico, his name's Nico, I guess, but Nico's gonna kind of catch on to that quickly as well.
All right.
He's nasty at the op. I don't know what he was shooting people. I didn't even ask questions. There was one point where he jump shot no scoped, and I was just like, whatever happened happens. I'm not sure if you caught that one, but that one I almost dropped my mouse.
Yeah, that was wild. That's absolutely wild. All right, man. Well, congratulations on the win. Obviously, like it ended up kind of not being exactly like maybe you want to get a win, but sometimes it's good to get tested and then come out on top anyway.
100%. It was fun.
Yeah, for sure, Vampy. Thank you very much. Good luck, and we'll see you next time.
All righty, you take it easy.
Peace. All right, folks. Well, you heard it here, folks. That first half looked real fun for them, and it sounded like they were having a ton of fun. But in the end, it almost ended up going to overtime. Again, 14-1 in the first half. Second half ended up being 14-2 for the other way. But that means you got the 16 first, and they were able to win it out, almost forcing overtime. So it ended up being a crazy match in the end. Both sides clearly just had CT sides dialed in, and you heard from him too, from Vampy. Sometimes like you can set up kind of your CT spots with a good player. If you come in with a sub and they just play very, very well and they just shoot people, that's great. But sometimes the T side, that's the side that actually requires a little bit more coordination on the attack, and maybe things just were a little bit off, and you saw like the effects of having a sub probably on the T side. The other team too, to be fair, they were also playing with a sub, so maybe their T side was suffering from that too as well. Not having one of their main support players, I think. So it's both teams kind of ended up having awkward T sides as a result, but UV1 just enough better to win this one on the day. So that's it for me, folks. I've been Johnny Esports this whole time. You can find me at Johnny Esports on basically everywhere: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, if you want to check me out there. Meanwhile, the next game for UV1 is slated for the 25th, so that will be Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern time. They go up against Coconut Rebirth, which, they were talking in chat there, I believe, former, Cyberstorm Academy team. So that'll be an interesting team to watch and an interesting game to play out. Thank you, folks, for watching. We will see you all next time. And hopefully it isn't... Well, actually, you know what? It's entertaining when it was this crazy. But we'll just see. At least UV1 put on the show. That's for sure. See you all next time, folks.
You should come over. The city moves slower. Here on the ninth floor, sitting with me. It's hard in Toronto. I'm passing my time up here on my dirty balcony. The weather's been nice, but we don't need small talk. We got the world here at our feet. You should come over. My head on your shoulder, killing some time just sitting with me. It isn't Paris or Mexico, I know, but it could be nice. Spending July on my dirty balcony. Beaches and boardwalks, send me a postcard. I'm filling my cup with another drink, wishing for